And so the world turns, but always in an unsatisfactory way. There's always a tension. There's always a knowing that an insecurity around all of it, relationships, material things. There's always an insecurity around, because you never know, something could happen any time, and then you're going to be back where you started. And so there's always a tension. There's always an edge to it all. That you don't relax. You don't just let go and just become one with things. And so we keep on the move the whole time, keep shoring it up. And when it falls to bits, then we rush around as much as we can to find the next thing to do it for us. But knowing that, well, what else do you do? And I think it's not that people don't experience that. We're not the only ones that experience that, but the question is what you do about it. How do you go about fixing this sense of unsatisfactoriness? And the worldly way, the way of not, the way of understanding is to go out there and try to find whatever it is that's going to make things okay for you. But everything is changing. It's the law of the universe. Nothing stays the same. However much we would like to create our ideal scenario and then set it in concrete so that it doesn't change, and then we'd feel secure. Then we would have cracked it. But of course, nothing stays the same. And we know that too. However much we try to hold on and make things stick, make things permanent as possible, we all know that just below that aspiration, if you like, that actually we can't be sure about that actually it is going to be moving. And so we, how can we ever find that contentment? It's not possible, is it? It's the human condition. Maybe some do, but not many. What we do, I think, for most of us, is that we make do with what we make the best of the job, as it were, and then be content that we got it as best as we can get it. I think that's probably a good position to arrive at. But it's never. There's always a few bits missing somewhere there. But we learn to live with that, which is okay. But it would be nice to take it a stage further. And for us, of course, we are in that same boat, because that is the human condition. But for us, hopefully, rather than turn out and try to seal it all up materially, although we do it to a degree, because we have to live in the world, we have to function and be a part of it. Hopefully the major portion of our focus is not to be deceived by that, but to look in for the Holy Grail of contentment. We look in, we don't look out. And if you look in, you can see pretty quickly, I think, why we're in this mode, this agitation, this restlessness. It's called Dukkha. When you look at it, you have to see it, that we're always on the move. We're never still. And even if we know that we should be still, we can't do it. We can't just let go and be still. I mean, stillness is, to have stillness as an ambition, it's the simplest thing that you could ever desire. If you desire to own a car, or an aeroplane, or a house, or even another person, it could be quite a task to pull it off. But to desire stillness, surely it's the simplest thing in the world, isn't it? It doesn't even cost you anything. It isn't anything. You don't need any money. You don't need anything to acquire stillness. And yet, if we at least get to know something about this, we know that in that place of stillness is where we're going to find fulfillment. At least I hope that's part of the realization of the path that we're on. And that stillness is just another way of saying is that we let go of attachment. When you let go of attachment and don't stick something else in its place, you are going to come to that place where you're not caught by anything. If you're not caught by anything, then you'll be still. And that's that space there where the Holy Grail is discovered. It's the complete opposite to the world. The world somehow seems to be the busier you are, the more you've got, the more ambition, the more you achieve, the more you will be fulfilled. And yet for us it is literally the opposite. It's that we don't discover the way to this fulfillment is not to chase anything. It's not to hold on and grasp, get caught up with anything, but somehow let go of all of these things and then find that fulfillment where we are fulfilled. We're no longer desire, where we're no longer running after, no longer caught up with things, no longer got that anxiety, that tension of always running, just grasping one thing out, and knowing that when you grasp and you hold, you know that it's going to slip through your fingers and you go to the next and the next. You're never going to do it that way. And we know that the true way, the proper way, is to somehow not chase anything anymore. Go the complete opposite way to how you've been brought up, how your conditioning has made you believe, and our culture, especially our culture, because of our material well-being, we can chase material things much easier and also get them.